Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Robinson, and we're going to continue our studies. We are talking about the turning point of a quadratic function. Here's a video that I plan to show to my class about it, so let's get started. The axis of symmetry is the line that passes through the vertex and is parallel to the y-axis. It divides the parabola into mirror images. Here's the formula from last time. We talked about axis of symmetry, x equal negative b over 2a, and you should note the axis of symmetry is a equation of a line, not just a number. So remember, it's a vertical line, x equals whatever number that is, so some vertical line. Here's some more vocabulary. Vertex is another name for turning point. It can either be a minimum point, the graph curves up, or a maximum point where the graph curves down. The x-coordinate of the turning point we find by finding x equal negative b over 2a. That's the axis of symmetry we mentioned from our other video, but we're going to take it a step further to find the y-coordinate of the turning point, which is equal to y equals f of negative b over 2a. That's the function of negative 2 over ba. So note the y-coordinate is found by substituting the x value into the original equation. You may see this coordinate negative b over 2a, comma, f of negative b over 2a. So let's show you. It's not all that bad. I know it looks a little complicated, but it's not that bad. So find the turning point of this function here, f of x equal x squared plus 4x plus 3. First thing, as we mentioned in the other video, you need to find the x value, which is the axis of symmetry. So first thing we have to recognize is the letters a, b, and c, which is a squared coefficient a, bx, which is the coefficient b, and c, the constant at the end. We have to know what those values are. So the a doesn't have a number in it next to the x, so we know that's an imaginary 1 there. So it should be a 1. They don't write it. The b is the positive 4 or plus 4, so it is a plus, so that makes it positive. So I take the positive plus sign with me. The 3 is the constant, and that's a plus 3, so I take the plus 3 with me. So my a is positive 1 or plus 1, the b is plus or positive 4, and the c is positive 3 or plus 3. I'm going to now get my formula for axis of symmetry, which will give me the x value, negative b over 2a. Then I'm going to substitute it, like we did before, into that formula. So I'm going to place inside the parenthesis the plus 4, or just make it the opposite of plus 4, which is negative 4, and plug in for the a 2 times 1, because a is equal to 1, and that will give us 2. So I have negative 4 over 2, which gives me negative 2, which will be the x value. Now, I usually tell my students, can you just solve that for f of x, f of negative 2? And so my students say, oh, yeah, they can do that. So they'll put in f of negative 2 there, and wherever they see x, they're going to substitute and figure out what that function's value is. So they substitute negative 2 for x, put it in parentheses so we don't have our calculator messing us up. And we have plus 4, parenthesis, negative 2, parenthesis, plus 3, and we get f of 2 is equal to negative 1. So y will give us negative 1. So we just find the y value, because f of x is another way of saying y. So f of 2 would be y. So we have the x value of negative 2, and we also have the y value of negative 1. So we have our coordinate, which will be negative 2, negative 1, which is the turning point of this function, x squared plus 4x plus 3. Now, later on, we're going to make another video where you can tell, is this a curve going upwards or downwards? I believe we mentioned minimum and maximum point, so we're going to be able to tell that shortly. All right, so here's a question for you. Find the turning point of x squared plus 4x plus 4. So give it a shot. Hopefully you get it right. So if I went too fast for you, we'll go back and watch the video, write down your questions, and we'll try it again in class. Bring them in, and I'll be glad to talk to you. If you understand it so far, good. You can go on to the next question, which is find the turning point of f of x equal x squared minus 4. Now I notice this time it's not a trinomial, it's a binomial. They only have two terms. I'm missing the middle term. Well, there's no problem with that, because when you don't have the middle term, let's get a pen, we have a way of dealing with that. So let me get a pen. I have x squared, but I have a 0 term for the middle one. So there is no b. So I'll put 0x minus 4. And then I'll identify what my a is, and what my b is, and what my c is. And then I'll go to work finding my point. So sometimes you get a question like this where they don't have a middle term, and you'll have to know how to deal with it. And hopefully it'll be a lot easier since there is no b. Okay? All right, so I'll let you go ahead and find the y value or the turning point of this. So identify the turning point. So can you figure out which one it is? And this time I see we have a negative x squared minus 2x. So see which point it is. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Check your understanding. If you're not understanding it, write down questions, bring them in, and we'll go over and do some more examples in class. Don't forget to watch our show Math Time. It comes on Tuesdays at 4:30 to 5 p.m. on Optimum Cablevision, Channel 15. So check us out and see your students and fellow teachers there doing their thing. Watch our YouTube study videos on YouTube. My channel name is Dan Robinson. Subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up. Write down comments. Let us know what we can do better, or if we're doing a good job and you like what we're doing. Check out our latest movie we made this year called PKMS Math Prep 19, and I can't wait to Math Prep 20. It's going to be an annual, nice anniversary video. So we got some nice things in store for 2020. So, but you can check us out from prior years. We got some old Math Prep videos. You can tweet us at drobmath1. So if you want to study with Dr. Rob, just write me at robinsonmath@aol.com, and I will be glad to help you out. So I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it. So I'll see you next time.